Kanye is coming all over his cousin. No, literally, seriously, the intro's not a joke. And more album news, new songs, Donda 3, and more. So let's dive deep into everything because this video is going to be a doozy. A lot of, let's say, less than normal stuff to talk about today. And as always, before anything, leave a like and subscribe. A ton of you watch but are not subscribed, and we are getting closer and closer to 50,000 subscribers by the day. All right, let's get into this video and talk about the absolute elephant in the room, this tweet, where we do actually get a new song, like I said earlier, to go along with it. So yeah, let's read it, and then I'll let you guys listen to the new song because you need some context for this one. This song is called Cousin, about my cousin that's locked in jail for life for killing a pregnant lady a few years after I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore. Perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault that I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6, and then we acted out what we saw. My dad had Playboy magazines, but the magazines I found on top of my mom's closet were different. My name is Ye, and I sucked my cousin's dick till I was 14. Tweet sent. Yeah, we're going to talk more about that. There is a lot, and I mean it when I say a lot, to unpack here. But here is the snippet attached to that tweet. Just listen to it with an open mind. Comment your opinions on that track, but if we're looking at this with our thinking caps, I don't think this is meant to be on streaming, and it was definitely just for Twitter and for this dump. This is clearly a trauma dump from Kanye, and I know I did make light of it a little bit. I think pretty much everyone is, with how straight up and just bluntly Kanye put this out there. But this is seriously a really sad topic and explains so much of the past year and a half that we have seen from Kanye. And not even really just a year and a half, really his entire career and everything that he's done. Take a look at this clip from an interview. He actually talks about how it has impacted every single choice he's made. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is from the Jesus is King era, and he goes a lot deeper into all of this.
Playboy was my gateway into full-on pornography addiction. My dad had a Playboy left out at age 5, and it's affected almost every choice I made for the rest of my life from age 5 to now having to kick the habit. And it just presents itself in the open. Like it's okay. And I stand up and say, you know, it's not okay.
Yeah, you must. So I know we make jokes about horny Ye taking over and Ty Dolla $ign being freaky. Obviously, we have no explanation at all for this.
I likes to get my dick sucked while I'm getting high. Make a deep throat, the mouth never get dry. I say, who pussy is this? She say $.
But for Ye, it all makes a little sense now, and regardless of everything else that he has said lately, due to his mental state, it does make you feel bad for Kanye, considering he is just broken. Now, this track samples a few different things. Of course, what would make it a new era Kanye track without a Dave Blunt's reference track and AI? We just don't get those anymore. We don't get a song without Dave Blunt's anymore. It still makes its way into the music somehow. We can never escape Dave Blunt's even after all of this being dropped. Along with that, it samples Cardi's line from New Tank where he says they thought I was gay. It's a very interesting day for Kanye fans. And what's even crazier is he has been getting more hate from dumping this on everyone and letting it out than all of the Nazi stuff like combined. It's crazy. But now that we have gotten that tweet and talked about it and gotten it out of the way, It does have a lot to do with the rest of the day and everything that's happened, and that includes fit pics from Ye that he posted right after this to show that he's still hard, all black, fitting considering Donda 2 could be seeing a release now. Jeffree Star also jumped into the mix and said fuck it, the rumors were true, where I'm sure you guys could assume what happened there. I will not be talking anymore about that, and apparently he's lying for attention anyway, so it doesn't matter. A lot of people were actually supporting Ye for getting it out and being whole. Here's what ASAP Ferg had to say. So yeah, low-key from artists and rational people who just actually, you know, read past the headline of Kanye sucking his cousin's dick and thought about it for a bit. Ye has been getting a lot of love and support for getting this out. But now that that is all finished, let's talk about music. World War 3, Donda 2, Bully, Donda 3. First, quickly for Bully, I'm sure that you all saw the V1 version of it where Saint was beating the shit out of a bunch of people while the music was being played in the background. Well, apparently, since that is older, Kanye still hasn't been able to see Saint this year at all yet. We know that he has seen North, but honestly, after the freakouts, Kim probably doesn't want him around the younger kids anyways, and I'm not gonna read this entire thing out, but for once, Ye is kind of sounding pretty sane. If you really want to dive deeper into it, you can pause and just read it. He talked about his fucked up childhood and how that makes him want to be a better dad and how he can't be for his kids because the Kardashians won't let them see him. Granted, he should probably go get help and go to therapy instead of telling Twitter all of this. That would most likely get him farther than anything, but yeah, more dad stuff. Honestly, just really, really sad. He obviously wants to be present, and it seems, I say seems because we're not going to be parasocial and assume anything about Ye like we all know him, because we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. We only look in from the outside, but it seems like Ye can't control himself and he does actually want to be a good dad. So yeah, this is all just super crazy stuff. Right after that though, we do get a Donda 3 announcement with a snippet to go with it as well. So here's a listen to that from Digital Nas' stream. Take a listen.
Donda 3. I was taking my time. You was having me up. And we went on that ride. Let's go. Light a fire by the wall.
Comment if you need this. It's called Let Go and sounds pretty fire. Obviously, Ty is on this as well, so don't know if that can ever happen and drop, but we'll just have to wait and see. That's pretty much everything that we know about Donda 3 right now. Maybe he meant Donda 2 or Vultures 3. I don't know, but we do have one last little tidbit about music before the video ends, and it is actually about World War 3. According to Kanye, the title for his new album World War 3 has been changed, and it is now Cock. Comment your opinions on everything, leave it down below, and start a conversation. I'm sure there is going to be a lot to talk about in the comment section today down there. Pause. Like I always say, subscribe if you enjoyed the videos and leave a like. It helps my channel out a ton. And like I said also before, we're getting closer and closer to 50,000 subscribers. Huge milestone. So yeah, let's hit it. Join my Discord and follow my Twitter for even more music news, leaks, and just general music content. Thanks so much for watching. And on that note,